Merhabalar herkese.
Hello to everyone and have a good evening. And we will be making the closing session with Ozan Selvi. And I would like to first introduce him. He is 19 years old and he has cerebral palsy. And some of the parts were affected by cerebral parts, and some of them are not. And uh, language and language parts have been uh, affected, and he can have this electrical wheelchair. Mentally, he is not retarded, and he will share with us his experiences, and this is very valuable that he is with us. In 2002, he was born in the States, and because of an error the doctor made, he had a cerebral palsy all through the year he lived in the States. He mastered on use of computer and he developed his skills on computer, and for 4 years he was in nursery, and he also received physiotherapy, and then they came back to Turkey as of 2007. Turkey Spastic Children Foundation, under this roof, he started to be supported, and especially in the field of physiotherapy. For 4 years, he has been supported. He has been getting support from our foundation, and he started the primary school in 7 years, and then following the primary school, he was placed in Anatolian school as the secondary school, and he is graduated this year. And at the in he was graduated this year, and during our planning of this symposium program, we wanted to hear from him these challenges and difficulties so we wanted to include him to the program, and he accepted as well. So for that reason, we're here with him, and within this process, he prepared a presentation for us, and he actually focused on the issue that he wanted to share with us. And before I start with the presentation, I would like to make a request from you. He communicates with us in writing. So for that reason, if you would like to ask a question, and if you please keep the questions at the end of the session, and if you would if you would recall a question during the presentation, just write it down at that instance, and then at the end of because Olcan would require some time to be able to respond these questions, and then we will be able to answer the questions at the end of the session. So just following this explanation, we can start with the presentation. His subject is the inclusion training, education and social expectations. And here I will just be articulating all belong to Olcan, and I hope that you enjoy listening it. Hello, my name is Elcan Selvi. Today, I would like to share with you my experiences in my education life. I hope that it will be an enjoyable one. Let's start. Primary and secondary school. When I started the primary school, I actually learned how to write and read before I started. I started the school, and I express myself through computer, and my computer is my fundamental communication tool, and accordingly everything related to school has been conducted on the computer. In the first years when I started my primary school, my teachers and my peers owned me, actually interested in me, and however the parents reacted to me. Why? Because because psychology of others would be disturbed because that I have some special needs, and this problem was resolved with the trust in me and determination of my teacher. And in the secondary school, this continued, and in the secondary school, and with the same approach, these were resolved. And while all these were experienced, I did not pay attention to the negativities in my environment, and I focused on my school and my life. And in time, when they got to know me, and they like me more. The secondary school, my lessons and my examinations. So these lessons continued the same way. When there was need to note something down, my friends would do it, and I could communicate with my parents, teachers through writing. And during the examinations, with my approval, by the school administration and guides, we decided to have different applications, and my examinations would be for me on my own in the principal's room. And also additionally, my examination papers, my pencils, all would be prepared. I cannot use them, so for that is all these would be exams, questions would be prepared in soft environment. And since I could not use the pencil, and since when there would be requirement for drawing, I would be held exempt of these applications, and instead there would be different questions asked instead. And during the meeting held among the teachers, all the responsibilities were accepted on side of the teachers, and these were all good for me. This examination application continued for 4 years. Actually, although there were not major problems, there were some few problems I experienced as well, and these were inconveniences were due to that the teacher did not start the examination since there was no flash. So there were such problems. So the teachers' attitudes and behaviors, my teachers' attitudes and behaviors sometimes negative, but most of them were solution focused and oriented and positive. And some teachers could not accept me. For example, my language, my speech, and way of communication could be hard for them to understand. And some activities I could not attend because of my disability. And in some social activities and some races or some competitions were also present, and I also attended them. And some of the activities I also took place, and I had role, and I would like to share some of the videos of them.
Evet, Atlas Hoca geriden geliyor biraz. Oğuzcan anne. Atlas Hoca düşürdü. Hocam devrim. Ben sandalyeyi bozdum. Hocam sandalyeyi bozdum. Hocam bozdunuz, geri dönün, geri dönün. Hocam geri dönmek zorundasınız. Hocam altından geri geçmek zorundasınız. Hocam bu düz olacak. Oğuzcan önde gidiyor. Oğuzcan yerleştirdi.
Hocam biraz sakin olun. Hocam siziniz burada.
Hocam içinde karsınız. Hocam abla içinde karsınız.
kişisel ve fiziksel ihtiyaçlarım. Yemek
Personal
ve
physical needs, eating and laboratory needs were met and supported by my friends since primary school, and the lift and stairs, there were stairs, but the lift was provided for me in the school. Secondary school success compared to the primary school, although my academic success dropped or decreased every year, I could graduate with a 85 score of 85. I was still successful.
evet, neler daha iyi olur?
So, what could be better? Some social and tourism activities could be adapted, and the approach of my teachers regarding my being different, me being different, can be better, and the physical autonomy could be better, and I could better attend some courses, and some seminars could be given to the teachers or related parties for creating awareness of me, and also the emergency situation drills could have been done involving me, and I could have got support in terms of adaptation social environment, and the teachers could have been developed in this respect. Preparation for the university examination, I would like to talk about the university preparation process. My preparation for the university examinations is likewise. Actually, it was not compulsory to go to school, so for that reason, I just spent all my energy on preparation for the school examination. Although I had the problems with my private tutoring lessons, still they supported a lot. One of the most important courses for preparation for examination was mathematics. So since I could not use pencil and I could use the computer, I had the challenges in solving some problems. So for that reason, I could only deal with mathematics to the extent that I can solve them in my mind. So as I got used to my teacher, we just formed our mathematics language, and accordingly, I started solving the mathematics questions better. And so this is an exemplary problem solving. Now, I would like to tell about a difficulty in entering the university examination. For 14 months, I studied for 6 to 7 hours. So just 17 days left to the university examination. I learned that to enter the university examination with computer, I was not to be admitted to the university, and I learned that just 70 days before the examination, and I lost all my motivation. And then I recalled to start a campaign for signature, and my therapists, my teachers, my colleagues, my friends, I had 12,000 signatures within 15 days, and the examination board, we reached me, and then they asked for some documents, and then I was accepted to the examination with computer. But that 15 days was very bad. I could not study, I could not focus, and my score of the examination, I was among the 2,602 people among 4 million, and taking into consideration the difficulty of the examination, this was a great result for me. In line with my result as well as career expectations. I made my selection. As a result of my selection, I I, I was able to get into the psychology department. I entered the psychology department of Işık University, and finally I would like to touch upon something. All through my secondary school and all through the examination process, there was a consultant and guide, psychological guide, all through the process who provide me support. So I have seen that it was great to get a support in this respect. So these are the things that I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much for listening. It was a really honor for me to be sharing with you. If we would have any questions, I would be glad to answer them.
Sanırım şu an
So
Oğuzcan'ın
I think
yazdığını tahmin ediyorum.
I just understand that Ozcan is trying to write something. I understand from his body language, and I think that I will also have the same question.
Soru şu.
The question is that, hello, Ozcan, I am a special training teacher, education teacher. Some of the teachers, some of the students have got cerebral palsy, and we are planning for them. And accordingly, we're trying to provide them the least limited environment for them. Although we try to make empathy, I'm sure that we have some drawbacks. So is there anything that you would like to say that if you do this, this would be better? So Mr. Mohammed Shah wants to know whether there's something that you would like to recommend us. So I'm sure that Ozcan will be contributing, and if you have got other questions, please send me. So this is really an exciting. It is also for Ozcan, and for the first time he is experiencing such a thing. So in such conditions, because of the cerebral palsy, he might have some contractions which increase because of excitement. So I think that for that reason, we have to give some time to him.
Oğuzcan'ı ben de bu arada belki kendi kişisel deneyimlerimden de bahsedebilirim.
Perhaps I can also talk about my personal experiences. My name is Sedef Kanan. I'm working in the Foundation of Spastic Children of Turkey, and we have been meeting with Ozcan from time to time. And in terms of cerebral palsy, he has completed many things within himself, and he is open to adapt to the society, and I'm sure that he will certainly be contributing to the society. And there's so Gülcan Oğuzcan says that congratulations Oğuzcan, and everything is great. You are so wonderful and successful.
Sanırım biri yine kişisel duygusunu paylaşmak istemiş. Yani şöyle.
And so he says that we have to act as per the individual's wishes and desires. And this is rather personal, he says. And Mr. Nuskaya says, good luck. Sorry. So he says that we have to act as per their wishes and desires, and as well as individuals' wishes and desires of the person. So if the child can articulate his wishes and desires, then we have to act accordingly. And also he says that it's a personal personal ideas. And Özlem says that we congratulate Ozcan and we wish the continuation of his success. And I think there is no more question. There are rather congratulations. And I would like to thank each of you on behalf of Ozcan because we have been together for 3 years with Ozcan. And I think we can even understand ourselves from our eyes. And this is really an invaluable experience. Perhaps you would like to say something, Ozcan, because you shared and things from your private life. So what kind of an experience this is, and if you would like to share with us, if you like, of course, you can tell about this.
Bu arada tabii ki